Hi guys, and welcome to my very first video on this channel. My name is Kaitlyn, and the channel is called Kaitlyn Reads. It's basically, this channel is going to have a lot of very bookish content, like book reviews, book vlogs, book challenges maybe, maybe going over my monthly TBRs and how I figure those out, maybe a bookshelf tour at some point, which is right behind me. I'm also going to be, taking you guys along with whatever books I'm reading, and kind of giving you my thoughts as I go through reading it. And then obviously at the end of the video, I'd give my full review of the book. I may also give you monthly reviews of like all the books I read that month and like a monthly wrap up. And yes, this video is basically going to be following me reading Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a YA romance. It came out in 2021. There's actually a sequel to it out now that is called Nothing Like the Movies. And this book is 349 pages. I'm on page 15, so yeah, I just started it today. I may finish it tomorrow or Friday. I'm filming this on a Wednesday, because it's not a very long book, and I think I could probably eat this up. So yeah, this book, to give a quick overview, like on the back, it follows Liz, who is obsessed with romance movies specifically, which is actually really interesting because I think at the beginning of like every chapter it has like quotes from iconic romance movies or rom-coms or something along those lines, but I don't watch a lot of romance movies or rom-coms, so it's interesting to read that and kind of get some of those references in here where I'm like, I've never read this or seen it, so I'm a little lost. But yeah, so basically Liz wants to have the perfect prom, and she enlists her childhood enemy Wes to help her get the prom date of her childhood crush Michael. And because Wes and Michael are friends, so she's enlisting Wes to try and help get in a good word with Michael so that he'll ask her to the prom. Pretty sure that's the plot. So yeah, I'm only 15 pages in. I have like this romance-ish bookmark because aesthetics. So yeah, you guys will be joining me along for my journey of reading this book, and at the end of the video I will tell you guys my thoughts, opinions, review, and yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm now 20% of the way through this book. I'm on chapter 4 on page 73. It's getting interesting. Again, only 4 chapters in. But I really like Wes. From the interactions that we've had with him, he's so sweet, almost golden retriever-esque, almost, very close. But one thing I feel like I need to mention here, even though I'm only 20% of the way through the book, I primarily read fantasy. It's my favorite genre. It's the genre that made me fall in love with reading. And there's a big thing, I don't know if this is like a debate or something with other people, but I firmly believe that any enemies to lovers trope, or just enemies in general, like plot point, is its best when it's in a fantasy. Because in my mind, if you're supposed to be enemies with someone, it means you're like on opposite ends of a war, like you want to kill, like you're forced to kill the other person, like it's not like you just have a disdain for this person, which is what I feel like this is with Wes and Liz. Liz. I feel like they are very much on the I don't really like you, but I don't hate you. Like, they're not enemies. I would go as far as, like, they're childhood rivals, or they just don't get along. Like, that's whereas, like, enemies to lovers, or enemies in general in, like, a romance, or I don't know, maybe majority of the time I find this in romance, it just doesn't, I guess it just doesn't hit the same as in fantasy. I feel like in fantasy, I'm like, yeah, this is true enemies. Like, they want to kill each other. Like, obviously, that this is not that. But I do really enjoy their banter and a bit of their dynamic that we've gotten. So yeah, I will update you guys again once I get farther in, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I also love that Lynn Painter put a soundtrack of all the songs that she has mentioned in the book. Like, Liz mentions, like, the songs that are playing and, like, in her background, and, like, something you can listen to. I'm sure you can find it on Spotify. You probably just need to search, like, Better Than the Movies playlist, and you'll find it. That's what I did. And I was listening to it as I was reading it, and I'm like, yeah, this kind of just, like, kind of keeps me more into the story. It's like I'm listening to the music that the characters are listening to. So yeah, it's very interesting, so I definitely recommend... I recommend this for any book, really. I'd recommend finding a Spotify playlist of that book, because they really help kind of keep you, especially if you're reading, like, a fantasy or sci-fi dystopian. It really just kind of, like, fully encases you in that world, because the people who create these playlists, I kid you not, they are incredible at it. I've listened to so many that I'm like, yeah, this literally encompasses this book in a song. Like, this scene in a song, it works. So I definitely recommend doing that. Or if you want to, like, make your own playlist, like, she has her recommendations in the back of the book. But yeah, so I'm 20% of the way through. It's going good. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I said this earlier, but heads up, there is, mild language in this. So if you're a person who's not really comfortable with reading some swearing, very little, it's not like every page, but it's just, yeah, very mild language. So if you're not comfortable with that, I wouldn't 100% recommend it if you're not comfortable with it. I may mention this again at the end of the video with the full review, but yeah, so let's keep reading. Let's go. Okay, so it's the next day now. I stopped reading after that last clip, but I picked it back up today, and now I'm like 47% of the way through this book. I'm on chapter 7, page 165, and I'm really loving it. So like, I'm like almost 50% of the way through it now, and I love Liz and Wes. Their banter is amazing. Some of the best banter I've read recently. Now, my next book may beat this, which I'll be telling you what I'm reading next in either at the end of this video or in the next video. But it's so good, and I love the soundtrack. Like, I think I mentioned this in the previous scene that I filmed yesterday, but I love the soundtrack. They literally just talked about Someone Like You by Adele. And it was so good. Just the conversation they had about the song just makes that song have a new meaning in my head anytime I listen to it. And I have been listening to, obviously, the Spotify playlist I found of this, and it's kind of kept me really into the ambiance. There's been some moments. These two are also, like, completely oblivious, or at least the main character, Liz, is oblivious. I kind of wish it was a dual POV. That's where I'm at right now. I wish we were getting Wes's point of view. But sadly, we're not. It's just Liz's. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, almost 50% of the way through, so let's keep going. Okay, so I was in the middle of reading and I'm now like 70-something% of the way through the book. I hate third act conflicts. I hate them. I hate them. And I know that's a strong word, but I hate them. 'Cause this book is so good, and we just got to an incredible part. And I don't know how this is gonna go. I like stopped mid-chapter. My reaction was like, ha. Oh, he did it. Oh, he did it. Oh. Well, this is gonna be extremely embarrassing for Michael. Michael's done something, and it's gonna be extremely embarrassing. Oh, dude. This is my, like, processing what I just read, by the way. This is how I am processing. Oh. I feel bad, but I'm also like, I hate third act conflict. And for those of you who don't read enough romance books to know what a third act conflict is, it's basically where the two main characters are really close to getting together, but something happens that pushes them apart. For no reason. And normally it's a dumb, either like a miscommunication or just something that makes no sense. It's always, it's never like it needs to be in there. This book could end right now. It was not necessary. Third act conflicts I hate. And I'm definitely going to be talking about this when I do my monthly review, because I did read another romance book this month that had a dumb third act conflict. It's always miscommunication too. It always has something to do with miscommunication, specifically in YA. I don't read adult romances, but a lot of times in YA, the third act conflict is miscommunication. Why? I don't know. Why do writers just assume high schoolers can't communicate? I'd like to know. I'd like to know other people's opinions on this. Yeah, if you hate the third act conflict too, or what's your opinion on third act conflict, comment down below. I'm very curious. Back to reading. Alright, so this is the end of the video, and I'm going to be giving you guys my review and thoughts on Bed in the Movies, because I just finished it. And yep, still hate third act conflicts, as I said previously. Although they're cute. So I gave this book 4 stars. It wasn't quite 5 stars. I don't really think I'm going to be thinking much about this book in the next few days. I enjoyed it. I definitely loved the two main characters in the relationship. That's why it's a 4 stars, but it was just like missing that true enemies to lovers feel that I get when I read fantasy. So yes, fantasy has definitely ruined my enemies to lovers experience for other genres. But I did really enjoy this. I really actually liked the quotes from the popular romance or rom-com movies at the beginning of every chapter. Those were very interesting. And honestly, Wes is incredible. After like I updated you guys at like the third act conflict part. Wes is great. He's such a sweetheart, and like I said earlier, like golden retriever-esque. Really loved him. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who wants kind of a sweet light-ish YA romance. What I love about Lynn Painter's writing, this is my first ever Lynn Painter book, and I'm definitely going to be going and reading her other YA romances after this because I really enjoyed this one. But I think something that I love about her writing is that this is a YA, so it's meant for young adult. She does tackle a very serious theme of grief in this book. The main character, Liz, loses her mother. You find that out pretty quickly, and not only do we follow her with all of her relationship stuff, we also get to follow her grieving of her mother and how that affects her everyday life and the relationship she has with some people. And it's very interesting how she was able to fit in such a heavy topic in a YA book. And I actually really enjoyed it. It really helped. I kind of related to Liz in a bit because, like, I've felt grief, and I know that it can really affect your outlook on life and how you interact with people. And yeah, it was so interesting to get to kind of see how Liz's opinions and points of view changed from the beginning of the book to the end, especially about certain characters and certain people. I would totally recommend this book. I probably would recommend it to 16 and up. I wouldn't really say any younger than that because there is some mild language in it. There is no spice. It is a spice-free book. I wouldn't say it's 100% clean because of the language. But there's no spice in here. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this to anyone 16 and older. I would recommend this to an adult. I'm sure they would if they were wanting to jump into YA. So not 5 stars. A 4-star book. Definitely going to be reading more by this author. She's incredible. Really enjoyed her writing. It was fast-paced for me. I finished it in 2 days. I really enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend. And cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!